Never going to be 40 million. 40 million was the figure which appeared in the Westminster government's white paper in '97. By the time the building was handed over to the Parliament, by the time we came on the scene, it was 109 million. The 40 million never related to this building on this site.
So in the time you've been in charge of it, it's
gone
trebled.
up 3 times. But can I just tell you that
acceptable, is it?
No, but let me tell you, I've got a report here from the Times of 1894 reporting the cost of the new Houses of Parliament at Westminster was exceeding the original estimate by 350%, and they urged the greatest economy by postponing portions of the building and even the sacrifice of decorative style. Now, if you ask people in London, would you wish the Palace of Westminster to be, say, without the Big Ben Tower, which is not necessary, I think you would be thought to be mad. And this is a building for future generations. It's a major international building. It's not something just like a supermarket or a school you can build next year.
Do you not have any sympathy with Jack McConnell's, the First Minister's remarks today, in which he said that the single most damaging thing for people's confidence in devolution is the shambles that's occurred over the building of this Parliament building?
I would imagine that every single member of the Scottish Parliament of every party probably agrees with that, and I agree with that, yes. But it is not a shambles. I think that is an unkind word, but I repeat, it's something that we inherited from the Westminster government, of which neither Mr McConnell nor I were a part.
You inherited it, but as you've just conceded, you've allowed the price to treble.
Yes, well, I can tell you why. In the first place, the building was far too small. It was designed for a theoretical parliament. As soon as we had the parliament up and running, we knew how many committees we had, we knew what staffing the parties had. We had to double the size, and that, of course, doubles the cost.
Okay. David Steele, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Now, tomorrow's newspaper's coming up in a moment. Before that, though, a roundup of today's news. Our main story tonight, a tanker which had been leaking oil off the northwest coast of Spain has sunk, raising fears of a major ecological disaster. Thousands of tons of oil from the Prestige have already washed up on the beaches of Galicia. The government has set out its proposals to update the law on sexual offences in England and Wales. They include plans to make it easier to prosecute rape suspects, along with measures to stop adults befriending children over the internet with a view to abusing them. In Israel, the opposition Labour Party has chosen a relatively unknown politician as its new leader. He's the mayor of the coastal city of Haifa, Amram Mitzra, who's in favour of reopening peace talks with the Palestinians. And the markets, the FT 100 share index is down. In New York, the Dow Jones also fell. Against the euro, the pound was up. And against the dollar, the pound was also up. Tomorrow morning's front page is The Independent and The Telegraph and The Guardian all lead with pictures of the sinking of the tanker. There's another picture on the front page of The Times and indeed on the front page of the FT2. That's all from Newsnight for tonight. There is round-the-clock news coverage on BBC News 24, which you can find on satellite channel 507, Freeview channel 40 and on cable. I'll be back with more tomorrow. Until then, from all of us on the programme, good night.